Guess I'll go check on everyone. Like, man, what's up with Abysmal?
Uh-oh, I know what's wrong with Abysmal. I recognize
I
that
know
look.
what's wrong with the Abysm too.
Out of character, but I think I do. But Niz is probably like,
Yeah, out
I
of
have
character.
no idea what's going on.
Amara
Yeah.
doesn't know. Mantis thinks.
Alright, well, it seems sufficiently...
Yep.
I'm gonna lesser restoration myself.
Oh, I was gonna
Amara?
do that for you.
Behind you, you hear some laughter.
Uh-huh.
And if you turn, you see an all-familiar face. But you also notice a wall.
Oh, wall of force.
What?
A wall of force.
Shimmering wall of force.
And stay out of my lab.
Oh
No! Leopold!
Oh no!
Oh no, he's gotten your cat.
He's stealing your cat now.
Well, I'm gonna wait until that wall of force goes away and I'm getting my cat back. I tell Leopold to go run and hide.
It's just a prank, bro. Chill out.
You do hear the
dog.
Silver Man, speak in Thessalonian. He says, well, hope you're finding what you're looking for.
This guy's not very clever. Does Leopold just run away? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I told Leopold to go run and hide. In
Okay.
familiar speech.
Okay, if you guys take a better look at the room, I didn't really, kind of forgot to give it a better description, but now that you guys can have a chance to examine the statues
Well, now that there's not a giant demon, we can see it better.
This wide hall is floored in polished wooden planks, its walls covered in colorful jade tiles. The ceiling is made of lustrous stone that reflects the light of 3 decorative lanterns that brightly illuminate 10 gleaming golden statues of men and women in various poses of combat readiness that stand along the walls. And as you guys may look closer at the statues' faces, they all reveal looks of surprise, anger, and fear on their faces.
I wonder if these are people that have succumbed to certain vices or a grisly fate.
Well, we didn't detect any magic in here earlier.
I guess
Speaking
not.
of magic, are we gonna, like... What do we plan to do about that wall of force? Like, I'm pretty sure that's not even an issue, because you could just... Like, you could just teleport us out of here, right? Right, Henrik?
I could just disintegrate it.
Or we could do that, yeah.
I look past, like, I guess if I even notice there's a wall because it's invisible, I see the guy, like, saying stuff, and so I wave back at him and I say, okay, yeah, we'll be fine, thank you.
He just glares at you. It appears that he just doesn't want you in his room. You know, it's kind of like, heh, now that you're over there, stay over there.
Yeah. Side note, anybody help Abysm over here? He doesn't seem himself.
What? What do you mean?
Abysm.
I go over to him.
Yeah, he's just wandering around and he's not really responding to anything. I think he might have got affected more by that prismatic thing than everyone else, maybe. That's Nizzo's theory. I noticed it. Both him and Diana kind of got affected by that pretty hard. I think Diana. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Diana's a hard for me to read. Maybe Diana was similarly affected.
She
I
wasn't
think Diana
attacking.
was just dazed a bit. She seems to be fine now.
Yeah, but Nizzo can't really tell the difference between, like, I guess a feeble-minded Diana and a not feeble-minded Diana is what I'm implying here.
Oh, I see.
He doesn't speak with cats, so to him it's like
I ask Abysm, are you
maybe it
alright?
affected Diana the same way.
I think we need some heals. How do I
Oh
want
boy.
to do this? Should I just do some light wounds first, or should I do the big heals first?
Can I detect magic on him? And I'm gonna try and identify every, thing that's on him to figure out what's wrong with
Does that even like detect as magical?
Is it an instant effect or
Yeah, it's
permanent?
instant.
It's instant.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there is no residual magic.
Yeah.
But would he be able to identify based off the symptoms still with like an Arcana check? I wonder.
If I had some time to look and diagnose it.
I don't know, because I know it's a little frustrating, I guess, in the sense that I guess this is dramatic irony in this sense. The audience knows what needs to be done because we actually have like a really easy solution to this, but there's no way that I don't know if there's any really way that we could in character necessarily know it.
I think like Henrik,
Okay.
you didn't see him cast the spell, so you don't really know. And Amar didn't opt into spellcraft.
I don't have spellcraft.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe we'll just have to ask the Quill. What happened to Bissum?
I think that though, like with your intelligence, he's clearly like affected by something. Mind affecting and compulsion like. You can probably easily come to the conclusion that whatever is affecting him, the means to fix it would be things such as heal, limited wish, miracle, or wish, basically.
You think I can heal his mind with the heal spell?
I think it should work.
Then I'll do that. Does he have any damage on him?
So, break enchantment
No.
wouldn't work.
No, it doesn't
There you
work
go.
on this.
He's healed.
No, but the heal spell actually gets rid of it. That's why I was like, out of a character, I know for sure that it's like really trivial for us just to, at this level to remove it. Like I said, like there's a like a podcast where they're playing in a Pathfinder game and somebody cast it on like a low level character and it was effectively like yeah this character is basically dead because the
Alright,
characters
Ibison.
couldn't handle it. But
You
yeah,
are no
at
longer
high level, you can
feeble-minded.
do it.
Oh, I thank you very much. That was an unpleasant experience.
He must have used some I guess actually Nizzo doesn't even know. He's like, oh, it must have been, I guess that was that that rainbow light thing that they did, I suppose. I was just able to resist it myself.
I know that my mind was affected by the rainbow lights clouding my, or the bright light that was flashing clouding my mind. But what happened after that, I do not know. It's like I lost all my
Well, you
faculties.
spellcasted it, but yeah, I guess after you lost your mind, it didn't matter, did it?
Having one charisma.
Oh, that's funny.
And one wisdom, I want to say, too. So do all three of them, I think. Oh, actually, it doesn't affect your wisdom. Now that I look at it.
No.
It's just int and charisma, apparently.
That is interesting. I didn't realize it was instantaneous, though. It's way more powerful than I thought.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
That sucks because it's an enchantment effect, but I can't break enchantment on it.
Well, that's why I'm saying, because it's instantaneous, there's no magic to break. It does its damage and it's done. There's nothing to dispel. I don't even detect magic.
You
I just
can't
look
even
like an
like
idiot.
restoration it either.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not even
damage.
drain. It's actually like better than drain. It's like
No, it's slightly worse than drain, I feel like. Well, maybe not.
There's less ways to get rid of it. The only thing that gets rid of it's heal, wish, and miracle. That's
Yeah.
it.
Limited wish.
And limited.
Yeah,
wish.
okay, well. And just, cherry on top, arcane casters get a penalty to the save.
Yeah, it's just to disable arcane casters. It's a fuck
Yes.
you to arcane casters.
That's exactly what
I need
it
to
is.
do?
Yes.
I need to somehow
That
get
arcane
a hold
casters
of
can
a.
cast, and only them. The anti-arcane caster spell that only arcane casters can cast.
I need to
That's
get a
funny.
hold of like a scroll of heal, and then cast a contingency, and then activate the scroll so that I have a heal on contingency or something.
In case you get feeble-minded. Now that you've like
Yeah.
seen this firsthand, you're like, oh man, I don't want that
Well, I
happened to
figured break
me.
enchantment would work. Because it's a 5th level enchantment, and that falls under what it can dispel.
Yeah. So these statues, they just look like spoopy people that are spooped or whatever. They're just like people that are like in like looking. Are they all looking towards this area here, like towards the middle of the room?
They're in combat
They're
ready
looking-
poses, but yeah, all of their faces are, afraid.
Does this guy have an ability to turn people to stone or something? How come we didn't use that on us? I guess we should be glad.
No, he does not.
Or these are just actually statues.
Oh.
I don't know.
You're right, break enchantment might have been effective again. But it doesn't. This is better this way. Yeah, gold statues of people. I wonder what this is all about.
Don't know.
Like the fact that they all look like they're like
In combat poses.
it almost looks like and like they all have like these
Yeah,
faces
that's what I
of
was
like
thinking.
like it almost makes
mean,
it seem like they're like they got turned into statues while they were trying to fight this thing or something, but
Well, if they were stone, I would
Maybe
have
they
thought
did get
Medusa-
turned into statues while they were trying to fight this thing, just not by this thing.
I take a look at the statues. I scratch them a bit. Is this real gold? Are they hollow or solid?
It seems to
How
you
much would a statue be worth?
that it's real gold.
If we suspect that these are people that got turned into gold statues, we could try and break the enchantment. If we were so inclined.
We could.
You have you said over 20 on your appraise now at this point, right?
I will tell you in just a moment. My appraise is
Don't. Oh, we
My
both have the
appraise is
same appraise
17.
actually.
Okay. Well, after you examine it a bit, you believe that these statues are hollow, and there might be something inside them.
Okay, yeah, I was looking to see if they were
Them,
solid or hollow.
them being hollow makes me less suspicious that they might be
People?
people. At least, at least that's. I mean, Nizo doesn't know anything about magic, but he feels like intuitively, if somebody gets turned into a statue, like their insides will get turned into gold too, or something. I don't know. I don't know why Nizo thinks that, but he does.
But I think there might be something inside. I rocked this one back and forth and heard a rattling.
Well, not really a rattle, but more like a thunk, 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 you know. Very
Okay.
light thunk, you know.
No, well, I obviously didn't rattle him because I'm like 3 feet tall or something.
Are you suggesting we break one of them or something?
Well, let's see if the base is hollow. Like, I'll just tip one over, somebody could give me a hand, and we'll just see if it's hollow in the bottom.
It is
Yeah, I
not.
can probably do that.
And then I guess perception to see if there's any, like, openings or latches or anything like that.
There are none. You can roll me your best
Slings.
mental stat, Abysm.
I'm gonna try looking
Okay.
around and like not, see if there's anything
You're not
besides these
concluding
statues.
anything?
Like maybe the statues are just distracting us. Is there anything else in this room that besides the statues, maybe?
Nizzo, you
And
don't
the
find
dead.
anything in the room of interest.
Okay, so it's just Pumbaa here and all the statues.
And a hallway, I
Good
guess.
call. Now,
Yeah.
detect magic won't work through the gold on the statues, so something interesting could be hidden inside.
Nobody, we can't even ask like this guy. What's in these freaking statues? Because we killed him. Oh well, I don't think he wrote the rules
Oh.
anyway.
Well, the
I
other
don't
guy
feel
is
too bad about
silver
that.
skinned. Are these wouldn't be more of those more metal guys, would they?
I know that they're hollow, I think. That seems a little dubious.
They're like relatives of his. He probably There's probably some racial tension there though between the gold skins and the silver skins,
Gold
I
and
assume.
silver. The golds think
Yeah.
they're so much better than us.
And the
Yeah.
mithril skins.
Yeah.
I guess technically that guy was that guy mithril skinned actually technically?
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
well, mithril is
Mithril.
We
silver,
calling him.
so it's like a
It's
more
kind of
rare
a-
silver.
Yeah.
True silver.
Yeah.
Are we interested in trying to find out what's inside, or do we just want to forge forward?
I mean, I'm curious about what's
Uh,
inside.
Why don't we move forward first? And if there's something if we come to a stop, like, we don't know what to do, maybe we can look inside. I don't know. These things seem
We're going
strange.
forward perceptively and quietly.
And I don't really feel like breaking them or removing them.
I mean, the other option is that they could just be, they were coated in gold, and whatever's inside is just their original corpse.
Possibly.
But that does mean that they have their equipment on them, for those that are inclined to worry about such things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I'll go up to this door and
Okay.
Go, Royal Dare Checker.
yeah, I'll go check it out. So 36 versus traps specifically,
Okay.
but I'm also looking for other things besides just traps. So
Right. You do not think there are any traps.
no locks either.
You do not think there are locks. Who needs locks when you have demons?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I'll look back and see that everyone else is like ready for me to open the door, and then I'll open the door once it looks like everyone's kind of ready.
You open the door.
Okay then, interesting.
Oh boy, this must be the thing that we were swimming into.
Silver
Yeah,
beams support a domed ceiling covered in polished dark wood panels inlaid with spiky glyphs. Most of the chamber's floor ripples in an immense 40-foot diameter pool of deep blue liquid. Flashes of lightning and gouts of flame dance along its surface, punctuated by thunderclaps, hisses, and shrieks. Vague shapes wreath in the currents below the pool's surface.
I get the feeling we shouldn't touch this.
I look back.
I tell him no, we should.
I look back at like Amara and Henrik because I remember they were talking about going to this 6th pool or something, and it didn't go well for them. So
Yeah, this is probably it.
okay, do we want to not go there then? I guess.
Let's see what's in the room.
Maybe it's okay as long as we don't swim in it. I don't know.
I just say don't touch the water.
Okay. I'll cautiously kind of step into the room a little bit.
Okay.
Look around.
The room seems
Trying to,
very
like, look-
empty aside from this pool.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Like, who wants to be here? There's a demon that's been there for like a billion years, so like probably nobody's been in here for a long time. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I was kind of hoping to find like knowledge or something, but this is just like a weird pool. I
Well,
don't
somebody
know.
did say that this was the result of something they were. This was the failed result of something they were trying to do.
Yeah.
I just don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
the demon. We'll have to divine it.
We don't know what they were trying to do though, or in what way it failed or anything like that. So, I mean, what the heck would this even be? Like, it's just there's a bunch of random magic bullshit happening on it, right? Like that's all. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like there's like clouds
Well,
Detect
and
magic.
lightning
when
on it.
Henrik and I swam into it, what, it felt like our souls were being sucked out or something, Henrik?
Yes, if that's what we're assuming this thing is.
Alright,
If
Henry.
it was the same place, which it would make sense.
Well, it was
Detect
important
magic.
enough to put the demon as a guardian. That's going to mean something.
You do detect magic.
Alright. I'm going to continue concentrating and see how many I get and where it's coming from.
Okay. The location seems to be the pool itself. The
Yep.
quantity seems to be one singular.
Knowledge Arcana for the auras.
And unfortunately, you don't know.
Okay. I want to spellcraft this though.
You do know it's strong.
You have to like touch it to spellcraft it though, don't you?
You have to be
Yep.
able to examine it, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This just seems like weird magic bullshit. I don't know. Nizzo's like this seems like we wasted our time coming here. I'm not gonna get anything useful here, I don't think.
We can always ask the quill about it.
I have to agree. I'm not sure what we are looking at.
I guess the other question is this thing dangerous? Like now, should we be concerned about Mithril Man coming in here and like, oh, new conduit for my research, and doing something really nasty? I don't even know what he could do with it.
Well, it's dangerous to some degree. It sucked our souls out.
I guess if
I don't know what it was
maybe
doing with those.
maybe it would do the same thing if he tried doing it. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
It's very
Isn't
strange.
it fairly obvious what this aura would be, though? Like, come on.
What this what?
It'd be transmutation, right?
Yeah.
No, it is not
Pretty sure
obvious.
it's transmutation.
You can assume all you want, but
Feels like it's transmuting your soul into something else.
That's what Amara is thinking. This guy is the Runelord of greed and transmutation. If this is his magnum opus, I feel like it would be related to his specialty.
does anybody else have knowledge Arcana?
Nope.
Not I.
One moment.
Do I know if this is a valuable pool of evil stuff?
Oh man, abysm.
I have a deep connection to this particular.
Now that like you guys were kind of
Sin.
just talking about schools of magic and betting on it, Abysm's like, no, 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 no. This is just raw magic. There is no school. It is just raw magic.
It's universal.
Abysm,
That's odd.
you think that this pool might be a failed attempt to create a rune forge, like another one, their own perhaps.
That makes sense.
And you're willing to bet that it might actually work, but perhaps with consequences.
But he has access to the rune forge out front. Why does he need this one?
Well, that perhaps would give us insight into how to use the Runeforge, because we haven't figured that out yet. Perhaps he needs some sort of collaboration between all the different schools of magic or whatever, or all the different wings or whatever. And maybe he wanted to have one that he didn't need anyone else's help to use, I guess.
Okay.
That would make sense.
So
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because like it. Otherwise, yeah, you're right. There's a Runeforge right over there. I could walk to it right now.
Yes.
Well, once we get past the wall of force.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Henrik could just get rid of that wall force. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So Henrik, Abysm, part of that knowledge arcana is this one, you know that the Runeforge can probably do way more than what this failed attempt can do. But you believe that it might actually recharge magic items.
But you said there's a consequence to using it?
Yes, unfortunately, you're not sure what the consequences are. You have a feeling that this is not stable. So it may work, it may not work, it may work well, it may work not so well. It's it's a gamble.
Also, I know
Well,
from
based on
experience
what
how
I
to swim in
see
it.
here, I believe that we could, at least on a basic level, use this to recharge items, but I'm not sure because of its unstable nature of the consequences of doing so. I would counsel against messing with it since we're not exactly sure what would happen. I mean, I have wands that could be recharged, but I'm not particularly keen on risking a side effect to do it. Though admittedly having a fully charged wand of Enervate is appealing. Can Henrik provide more insight?
He didn't roll high enough.
I mean, I guess if I can study it. It would take more time.
But again, we're here to try and find information on how to stop the Runelord, right?
To what?
To stop the Runelord? That's why we're here?
Yeah, how to stop Karzak.
So, does this tell us anything about him?
Tells us that he wants to be able to use the Runeforge all by himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's telling us, but we already knew that Karzog, well, that the Runelords in general, but I guess that Karzog in particular did not get along with the other Runelords. Of course, I already knew he didn't get along with Lasnist.
I get the impression that none of the Runelords got along with each other.
No, I don't think so either.
All right. What do we do?
I say that we cease our investigation here for now. I don't want to use this thing. And we see if more light is revealed about the Runelords or the Runeforge in general by searching the other Runelords' domains.
I guess so. We've come to a,
Impasse?
yeah. I don't see any more breadcrumbs for us to follow.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is searching through the library of the Silverman, which he won't allow. Or breaking open one of those gold statues to see what's inside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
We
despite
tried
his
to detect magic on
eccentricities,
those, is that correct?
What?
We did, but I think the statues, the gold blocks or blocked it or something.
yeah,
I don't
gold,
remember.
thin layer of gold is blocks all you detect.
Yeah.
So all we can tell is the gold
Oh.
itself is not magic.
Okay.
But yes, I was saying, despite his eccentricities, the Silver Man has been reasonably forthright with us in his dealings. So
Yeah.
kind of would rather not.
I mean, he didn't even like. He wasn't even as upset about Amara taking his cat as he probably had right to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can go explore another part of the Runeforge. I'm cool with that.
We can open a statue while we're here. I mean, if we're really
Yeah.
keen on it.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it possible to tell the nationalities of these individuals?
Knowledge local?
Maybe Nizzo?
Is Amara the only one?
I don't have knowledge of local.
Henrik?
I suppose it would be the one that would make sense for Nizza to have, though, if I gave him a knowledge skill.
Okay. Both Henrik and Amara know because you guys have been studying for some time. They seem to be Aslanti.
So
Makes sense.
they're
The
the same
Runelords are
race
Aslanti.
as the Silverman.
No,
And the
you don't know
Runelords.
really for sure. I mean, you know he is an Aslanti, but you also know he's like a mithril clad.
Right. Perhaps these are gold-clad Aslanti? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you don't know. They just seem to be statues to you. Abysm is
makes
very
sense, 'cause
confident they
Thassalon
are
was-
gold.
The Thessalonian Empire was just an offshoot of the Aslanti Empire, basically. I mean, it became one of their rivals, but it was originally like an exile from there.
Well,
That's
Amara
right.
doesn't know that.
But yeah, Bism doesn't know that.
Well, perhaps we can try to break one open, and if we need to put it back together, we can put it back together with, like, mending or something.
We have mending.
Okay. So you break open a statue.
Yeah. Let's break open this one.
Okay.
Okay, you guys spend some time doing that. Time is going to pass. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. You do so. You break open the hollow golden statue, and inside you find a leathery, brittle corpse.
Huh. It
Yeah,
is
that's
people
what I thought
that
I'd
were
find.
entombed.
So it was people encased in gold.
Maybe these are just random people that offended the Runelord?
Maybe.
Well,
Any equipment?
I don't really like disturbing this
No.
guy's grave, so I'm going to try to, like, put the corpse neatly back there, and I'm going to try to mending it back together.
Okay, you do so.
Except I don't have mending prepared today. Does somebody have mending prepared today?
No, then you don't do so.
Not me.
I don't have mending.
The air exposure might actually fuck this shit up now, too.
Probably smells really bad.
I should add a plague to it. Everybody roll... No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's not really a grave or whatever. Probably trapped there. I think it likes having the fresh air.
Well, I don't know. My thoughts are put it back where it was resting. But I'm not sure.
I mean, ultimately, if anything, based on the expressions on these statues, the proper thing, in my opinion, to do is to liberate the corpses from each of them and give them a proper burial.
Oh, that might be a good idea too.
Display.
That would be the
as
good
a
thing to do, but
trophy.
where are we going to bury him?
We can come back later. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, much later.
Or
Okay,
are
so-
they?
I'm guessing that
get out of
wall
this
force
place.
disappeared on its own, yeah?
That's right. It's no
Like we-
longer there.
Okay.
Also,
And
he's
he's
no
not
longer
like just
there.
hanging out there. Yeah,
Well, you
he's
don't
probably
see him.
hiding or invisible or something.
And that
Yeah.
cat's still just sitting in the cage the same way it was.
Well, I
Yeah.
definitely don't give a fuck about that cat. And I'm hoping that Amara doesn't, because I would... Yeah. This
I
is like,
want
I just
to
had...
give a fuck about that cat. Like, Amara really wants to do something about
Yeah.
that cat.
Let's-
But
This is, like,
it doesn't
almost had it
act
with it.
like a cat.
Yeah.
And it looks like a cat, it smells like a cat, but it doesn't act like a cat.
Yeah. It's like Nizzo just like looks at the cat and you just like, you can tell he's just like kind of like sighs as he looks at this stupid cat and all the like difficulties that it gave us with, or that it caused Amara to give us, really. It's like, God, that stupid cat. It's like, if I see that thing again, it'll be too soon.
And you know, the kind of funny thing is the cat has literally done nothing except exist.
Yeah.
It's the mere fact that it exists which seems to be causing everybody issues.
Yeah. Like,
Amara's
Nizzo's, like,
leaving
sitting
it
there.
be though because she doesn't think it's actually a cat because it doesn't act at all like a cat.
Yeah. Nizzo's like, I
Even
wish
when
that
she tries to
stupid cat...
teach it.
I wish that stupid cat didn't exist. And I bet it wouldn't care if it didn't.
Maybe she'll come back later when she has the materials to awaken it and try to awaken it.
Abysm, do you join them?
Oh, yes, sorry. I was just staring longingly at all this gold. I say hello to the ever-growing population of Mephits. I see they have a few new members in their team. They're going to be overrunning this place in a little bit.
They do, actually.
Probably not. Probably... What's-his-face is gonna come out and clear him out.
At some point. Oh man, gotta go deal with the vermin again.
Yeah, there'll be enough of them that they'll start annoying him. Like, they'll spread out in all the other chambers and whatnot. They'll be like, I gotta do something about this infestation. That's probably what's happened to him before.
Well,
Right,
I
like,
mean,
there's
consider we've only been here like 2 or 3 days, and they've already doubled in number.
Yeah, and they've mentioned that, like... like, none of them have been here that long. But they say,
Yeah.
like... But on the other hand, they say there's like other ones that have been here that were here longer that got taken out. I think they even said that, didn't they, at some point?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I don't like these methods. I don't trust them. And they're creeping me out. They're creeping me out more than that not cat.
I actually
these
feel
guys are
very
fine.
comfortable with them.
So when you guys come into the
Oh,
room, they're
okay.
playing in the fountain, of course, having a good time. And when you do come in, they
Like,
greet
Elemental
you
spirits
again
can be fickle.
in Aquan. One of them does ask you, I think Abysm's the only one that understands if Mean Man gone now.
The Silver Man still resides in his study.
What? No! He's gonna come and kill us all!
Well, it just seemed like he wanted to study his creepy cat thing and his other pets.
Perhaps if you don't bother him, he won't try to kill
Although
you.
actually, I can't understand them anyway, so never mind. I don't say that. I guess.
I would also
yeah.
be remiss if I didn't point out that as much fun as you're having here, you are the trespassers into his study, and you may want to consider finding a safer place to frolic.
They all like whisper
But
to
that is
each
merely
other.
that's merely a suggestion.
And then one of them pipes up, trespassing. What is that?
This is that even true? This place doesn't really belong to him, does it? I mean, haven't we determined that he's also a trespasser?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure how that all worked out.
We've determined that he's not Karzog, and that he doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, he like has some sort of degenerative mental illness.
This place nominally belongs to him. It's his home. And as such, as uninvited guests, we are all technically trespassers in his domain. So while I think he is very heavy-handed in his treatment of you, understand that under the circumstances, he does have a case to try and evict you from his premises.
But we are invited. The water has called to us.
Huh.
It's
weird.
I'll relay that. I mean, more and more of them have been showing up. Is this pool actively summoning them?
And we know that this pool is connected to the one pool that sucks out your soul.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a kind of like a clever, maybe one or two things will occasionally swim in here.
And their souls will be sucked out.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe there's a way that we can prevent that.
Yes?
I
What's your
could
suggestion?
go into this pool over here and go down to the small entrance that we had to go through to get to the big pool, and I could cast a wall of stone. Oh, I'm not actually going there yet. Not without everybody else. I was just trying to point.
I don't know, I mean, like, honestly, I probably wouldn't bother with it. Because I mean, like, the water's supposed to flow throughout the whole thing, right? So I probably wouldn't
Water
mess
must
with this
flow.
magical plumbing.
Well, if they're being
We'll just
called
say, I
and
think it's
their
just these guys'
souls
problem.
might be sucked out, I feel like it's only right to try to make it so that they don't get sucked out, even if I don't trust these guys. I don't hate them.
Well, I think
Are
telling
you
them
able to
about it
return
should
to
be
Plane of Water?
enough.
If you desire to do so? I asked one of the methods.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I don't have a solution at the moment. My only advice would be limit your time here. I understand that the pool is calling you, but it is a dangerous place to be.
They all just like
Maybe-
staring at you blankly. As if you're like asking somebody to leave their own house.
Hmm.
I don't know how much it's gonna help, but maybe it'll prevent the Mephit's souls from getting sucked out. But I'm going to tell the party that I'm going to do what I said I was going to do.
You guys let her do it?
I don't know. I still advise against it. Like I said, I don't want to mess with the magical plumbing of this place.
I'm hesitant just because like as Henrik's saying, I don't know what that will do. I don't know what the ramifications of blocking those pipes off from the pool would be.
From each other, yeah.
But I can warn the Mephits. Don't go down
Well,
those
they
pipes.
don't seem to be able to remember things for very long.
Hmm.
Are you sure
mean, that's
that's
not our
what it
fault.
is?
I'm not sure that this is what it is, but
Well,
I
No,
feel
no,
like
about
it
the
would be
memory
hard for the
thing.
Mephits to accidentally get their souls sucked out.
No, you seem to
If-
think they have a bad memory? The Mephits? I don't... Are you sure that's what that is?
Or they're just not around long enough to have good memories.
well, I'll tell them. Okay, one place that will kill you if you go is through those pipes. I described the small pipes leading from those other pools. Those lead to a place that will kill you if you go there.
Well, we have no desire to
Just
go over there. We
so that
like
you
it
know.
right here. The Silverman come and pluck us off. So we think, right? Yeah, they're all like nodding at each other. Yeah, yeah. Silverman mean.
See, I seem to recall this from a previous conversation that it actually hasn't been established that the Silver Man is the one doing this. They're just making that
Yeah.
assumption. Which then kind of brings up the question of what is doing this. Too many unanswered questions. This place is starting to vex me.
They begin playing in the water again. They kind of lost
Well,
interest.
anyway,
in...
I'm going to go do that thing.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm not
have
gonna.
fun with that.
I counsel
'cause I
against it,
can't
but I
help.
won't stop you from doing it.
This is how we deal with Amara's absence for a month.
So let's see. Let's turn myself into a water elemental of some sort.
I remind the others that there's a trap we have to get past here.
Yeah, it just turns you into goldfish.
Do we see it actually? It was a cloud, like right in this corridor.
You do not see the cloud.
Oh.
Like it was
So
a
I go
visible
down
cloud,
there.
I seem to remember.
I don't go through the
Perception
tunnel,
check.
and I wall it off.
Okay. You do that.
And then I come back up, and I rejoin the rest of the party, if I can do that all successfully.
You do.
And
I don't see that cloud
will...
anymore.
You don't.
I will
We did
unwild
dispel
shape
it.
myself for now.
And so maybe it didn't come back then.
I'm surprised that it didn't, but I don't
Most
know.
of the time when you have something that's like permanency like that, it'll come back. Like if it's, but maybe
Right.
because we fully dispelled it or something. I don't know.
Like I said, so many unanswered questions.
We might have done something to disable it in here too, I guess, without realizing. Like maybe
Yeah,
it was
who knows?
powered by the demon or something that since we killed it, it's not there anymore. All right, well, I guess we're gonna be going to another wing then, if we can walk through here without turning into a goldfish.
You do. You guys get to the center rune forge.
Oh, back here again.
Are we gonna start the next wing, I guess, or are we? It's right at 3
Yeah, I'm
hours.
good for that.
So.
We can keep going.
All right, cool. I'm good
Yeah,
to
I'm
keep
fine
going.
Yeah,
I probably
I'm
got at
fine
least
to
another
keep going.
hour in me.
I'd like to at least know what kind of shit you're gonna get yourself into.
That's true. You can always just go until we get to a spot where you need to do where you want to do some more prep work or something.
A Lazinus, I think?
That's what we were planning to do.
Lasness, yeah.
Unless something came up, unless we had information from the previous place we went to that gave us like cause to go somewhere else, but we didn't really get any information in there. Honestly, that would guide us one
Runelord
way
of
or the other.
Wrath.
So yeah, probably go to
Vault of
Karzog's
Wrath.
greatest enemy.
So that would be west?
Whichever one has a statue of what's
Yeah.
her name?
On the west side, you see a gothic beauty with wild hair and somewhat insane expression. This woman wears a long, flowing dress and wields a thorny ranseur.
Oh, remove didn't work.
It has to be set to target self.
I think it is.
Well,
Maybe I missed
Not-
something.
not from your own sheet, I suppose. If you're trying to remove
Oh,
from
I
like,
missed
somebody else.
something.
Yeah.
I need wild shape there.
Okie dokie. Let me get this one open. Oh, snap. I didn't grid it. Hold on. Okay, so you guys are gonna head down this hall then, and
Yep.
nothing, no preparations, no. You're just gonna go, you're ready. You got this.
Well, I can't
Perception.
seem to figure out how to get this specific one to work, but I am no longer wild shaped. If you could remove those effects for me, please, Secret.
Oh, wait a minute. Trying to master the perfect square, and that is nearly impossible. Maybe, perhaps. I think I done did it. Okay, you guys graduated to a new map.
Yay! Graduation.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to reveal itself. There we go. Okay. I think it might
I'll
be
be back
high
in just 1 moment.
resolution, so it might take a little bit of time to load. Just let me know when it has loaded for you. It's kind of tricky.
Oh. Well, as the Runelord of Wrath, I expect there to be a lot of fighting in this particular wing.
Well, it's not the Vault of Wrath, it's the Halls of Wrath.
Oh, so this is going to be one long haul that snakes back and forth.
No, it's multiple halls.
Well, it's loaded for me. I don't see my character, but
Yeah.
it has loaded.
Top left.
Oh, I found them. I had to scroll up a little bit. Can you remove the wild shape from me? And I'm no longer large.
What about
Thank you.
Diana?
No, she's still small. Or medium.
Oh, I wouldn't have my mirror image, by the way. That would have long gone.
Okay.
Oh no, Leopold's gone. That's okay.
Oh, did we ever get him back?
Yeah, we got him back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Well, oh. This place looks not fun. Are we like... What's around us? What do these halls look like?
This is what I kind of was expecting, is a
obsidian?
giant gladiatorial ring.
This is, I figure it's obsidian, probably, like for the ground.
Okay. So you guys are approaching this area. It all seems to be like marble surfaces, all smooth and marbly.
Black marble.
The walls have different colors, so it seems like there's some decor to it, but yeah.
Hmm.
And I know you don't really want to, but I need you guys to get closer if you want me to describe the room.
I'm staying behind the trap and door checker.
Okay, I'm looking for
I wanted to know what
traps
the
as I
hallway
go.
looked like before I
Yeah,
got
it's just
closer to the
marble.
room
There's
per
just
se.
It's all
marble.
smooth marble
s-
walls and floors.
Yep, I described it
Okay.
to you.
Very much, much to see there.
Okay. A wide corridor of polished marble opens into a brightly lit and extremely tall chamber. The upper portion of the far wall is entirely covered in a mural of an armored woman with crimson hair holding a burning ranseur and riding on the back of a massive red dragon. A square outcropping of smooth marble juts out from the far wall, rising from the floor to the height of 30 feet. An opening in the wall directly behind the flat top of the stone column leads deeper into this section of the vault. A 20-foot tall iron statue stands on this platform, an enormous iron bow gripped in its metal fists, and a strange rune that looks almost like a pair of fangs decorating its chest. And
Okay,
that
one
statue is here.
Okay. Anybody
There's one
want to
thing
take
I
bets that
know.
it's going to shoot us?
Yeah, there's one thing I know about statues is that they're treacherous beings that are not to be trusted.
This whole setup, yeah. Well, unless there's anything else to do, there's only one way to
Yep,
deal with
march
this, right?
forward into the jaws of death.
You don't have to come here if you
Straight
don't
down
want
its
to.
throat.
I mean, there's always that.
There's always other wings of the rune forge.
We should try sloth next. I mean, it's just going to be a bunch of cushions and couches and pillows and stuff, right?
Oh, maybe.
Probably.
I mean, its guardians are just going to be sitting there snoozing. I step in.
No.
Into the bait.
I think you just chose wrong. When you step in, this statue begins to sound off this extremely thunderous alarm that then begins to trigger other alarms that you hear echoing somewhere off who knows where.
Okay, we can just leave now.
Yeah, let's just go. We'll come back later.
And the statue begins to move, and you can hear the metallic of it vibrating as it begins to move. And you guys can roll initiatives unless you plan on just getting the fuck out.
We
Do
could.
we just
I
want
don't
to come
know.
back later? I mean,
Just leave
We're
and
not-
come back later. I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, I don't even see anything.
Well, I just
You definitely hear them, the alarms, though.
Yeah, you hear the alarms.
Yeah, you can...
And this, 12-foot tall iron statue that's standing on the platform with an enormous bow gripped in its metal fists and strange runes around it, almost like it has fangs decorating its
I
chest.
mean, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
It did motion and move, so it is yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it'll chase us down the hallway, but I don't know. That seems unlikely.
So
Maybe
it's
we
up
come
to
back
you
and
guys.
try. I wait. See, we come back and maybe if we when we come back, the alarms aren't going off. We try like a different approach.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna step back because I can't do anything with that statue anyway. So it's like too far away, and yeah. So I'm ready to book it if that's what we're doing.
So why can't we see into this room?
Oh, you can, but it's really far away. I don't wanna deal with this stupid statue. It's like up on a 30-foot tall platform, like 100 feet away or more. And there's alarms going off through the whole thing. It just sounds bad.
Aw, man. So Nizzo, top of the round.
It's
I'll have to
battle
apologize.
time.
I'll have to apologize later to people for not noticing that trap that got triggered. But I did roll a 2 on my perception check, so I mean, it happens. I guess with the trap finding it would have been a 28, but yeah, it's still, that's pretty low for this sort of CR traps.
Well, if they're constructs, they're programmed to follow a specific pattern, and so if we leave, in theory, they should at some point reset.
Probably.
So I guess I'm okay with leaving. What's the plan then?
Probably just explore a different wing and then come back later. Yeah. Once everything probably reset. Because I can't imagine we're the first people to show up here.
Henrik?
I mean,
Well, I mean, I guess, like, I know you described the scene, but I can't really see anything, so.
Do you mean like on your physical map? You can't
Yeah.
see?
On the very
Okay, he's not talking his
south
character.
I think
Yeah,
our
just see a
approaches
hallway
to some
with
of these
us.
problems are pretty
And then
hilarious,
Abysm's,
personally.
like, off the bridge in the beige.
So down to the side.
And then there's like a
token.
statue down here.
Okay, yeah,
You
it's
see that?
in the beige where there's no.
I think our hearts are in the right place. A lot of what we're doing is trying to avoid conflict.
That's true. We're not just murder hoboing.
That
our way
area
through.
isn't beiged out,
Yeah.
so maybe you're just not synced anymore.
I don't know. I could try like restart it or whatever, reload.
Close the map and I'll force a reshare on you. How about now? Top left corner.
Still loading.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I see something.
And it has a bow.
Can I acknowledge it?
Arcana?
Just a minute, I gotta resize this map. Okay. What's this weird, like, white black thing? Or white gray thing over here?
That's the measuring tool. For me to make my grid correct.
Okay.
It's nice. I like it
Oh,
when map
I rolled
makers
pretty
do
low
that.
time.
This one you're not entirely sure. However, one thing you are certain is that it is a construct. It is an iron golem, but it seems to be a variant. It's quite unusual looking and it has a bow, and you're not really sure what to make of all of that.
Okay. So I tell the others it's a golem. So it's likely immune to most forms of magic.
Right. And being iron, it's gonna have DR, adamantine, of course.
I could corrode it with acid arrows and things that shoot acid.
Well, oddly enough, if we're retreating and you can just drop a few points of damage, unless there's something we are totally unaware of, as a construct, it's not going to be healing that back.
Not unless
This
there's
is really
something
big. How far away
that comes
are we
along
from
and
that?
does heal it, basically. Like, comes and repairs
Yeah,
it.
well,
That's
there's
actually,
something
but that's,
we're not
that's still,
aware
that's a
of.
thing. Yeah, that's a thing, though, because it'd be useful, because then we actually get something out of this encounter, which is we get information.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to shoot an acid arrow at it. It's a really long range, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock tokens for now.
We'll
It
take
is
down
flat-footed,
4
so
hit
you
points at a
can
time.
press that
I'll
button.
probably hit it with E.
Yep, you hit.
2 die 4, baby.
Yep, take this, asshole.
Yay!
And I guess I'll stay where I am. I'll move with you guys as a group. Or maybe I'll just move
Move
back
back.
to where Nezo is.
Move back. Yeah.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, Abysm.
Okay, I wish that I had Acid Arrow, but I don't. So I am just going to fall back with the group and make sure that nothing weird happens.
Okay, well. Something weird happens. It begins walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here.
It walks off the 20-foot tall ledge.
It just walks over the 20-foot tall ledge, and it appears to be walking easily on the air as if it was air walking.
Oh, it's a flying golem.
So it begins to approach you guys, and it pulls the bow up and begins to fire. Henrik backed up, but Henrik did hit him. I think it has a grudge with you, Henrik. Alright, give me this for that. And he hits.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna hit me.
And this is going to do... I thought I made a thing for this. Oh well. Some fire damage.
That's good to know as well.
Yep.
And Diana and Damara.
What kind of damage did it do to Henrik? Fire
Shoots like a
damage?
flaming arrow.
That arrow was
Yeah.
on fire.
Yep. This
I guess
arrow's
we're
on
retreating,
fire.
so we'll retreat.
I don't see why we couldn't just kill it.
I mean, we could try to kill it.
There's
You
also
want
all
to try to
the
kill it?
freaking alarms going off too.
Yeah, I guess the alarm is something to be concerned about.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to try to kill it. I will step here and ready an action to cast a spell if we want to try to kill it. I'm readying to cast Communal Airwalk.
Well, okay.
And if we retreat, then I won't cast that.
Is that your turn then?
Yep.
Okay, she's
I will
ready
take
in
my
action.
cue from Nizzo.
Nizzo.
Uh,
Get foe, not get foe.
yeah, I think we're just gonna leave. I think we've got enough information here. We'll get some more information when we come back. We'll see if this statue looks like has the acid damage still when we come back, and we'll know to be ready for fire damage. And also maybe next time I'll be able to maybe disable whatever triggered that trap to go off, the alarm. So yeah, I think it's a good idea just to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Commit to leaving.
Well, maybe running or just completely exiting. Using
Yeah, I
walking
can probably
move.
just run
Yeah.
at like ×4 or whatever. I run like 120 feet or whatever.
Henrik can as well. Does Henrik just run or go?
I'm gonna before I run with. I'm going to I mean I might as well. But I get to do the damage to it again on my turn.
Yes. Yeah.
So take this damage. And then yeah, I'll just go with them. Move my maximum speed. Run.
Okay. And how about Abysm?
Hold on to my hat.
I am going to simply delay until after Amara. I want to make sure that she's out of comfort.
Amara's ready action would have went off. I think she would already be. Well,
What?
your ready action.
No, it's if we attack.
Oh, if we attack. Okay, then.
If we attack, if somebody moved to attack, I would cast Airwalk on everybody.
It is going to walk across the air and switch targets. It doesn't find the cat a threat over a humanoid, so Abysm, you are it.
Sure.
This arrow comes flying at you.
It got
Still
me.
have your temp hit points, right?
And that arrow
not anymore.
Seems to be flashing of electricity.
Ooh,
More
this is
information.
useful information.
Changes its
fascinating.
elemental type.
I guess we're leaving.
Okay, then we can leave combat, and you guys will probably... It won't proceed, really.
Well, that was a very fruitful scouting endeavor. I'm glad that we did that.
I actually
Full
am glad that we
success.
did that. I mean, we haven't got the complete, like I said, coming back and finding out if it still has the damage from the acid will be useful, because if it...
Speaking of which, there should be 2 or 3 more rounds of acid damage.
Go ahead and... Just one sec.
I mean, if this works and we really want to
Go ahead
cheese the
and roll
encounter, we
those,
could just
Henrik.
keep repeating this.
Yeah.
Well, those alarms are loud, so I don't know how you feel about that, but it might be a little disturbing. Henrik, you can roll the acid damage.
Yep, I get it. Twice more.
Yep, go ahead.
And once more.
Okay,
Hooray.
back to the rune forge.
Screw you, statue.
Now what do you guys do?
Can we hear the alarms from the rune forge? Or is there a magic portal?
Slightly. Yeah, you kind of can. It's real light because the hall's kind of long, but it's gonna echo nonetheless. So yeah.
This will be interesting to see how long the alarm lasts.
Yeah, so, what do we do now?
What do?
Do I go into each of the hallways, poke the front door guardian, and run away to see what happens?
Well, some of them don't... Like, the greed one didn't even have a guardian, it just had,
The mist and the weird
just
door.
had that mist, yeah.
Yeah, it's like we can just go and, like, poke our heads in. Though I wonder how much Secret has, prepped.
Yes,
Prepped.
I was wondering that too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I at least, I don't know, like, I think I gotta go here real soon, but I think we do want to at least pick where we're going, right?
Yeah, pick where you're going. Whether or not I have it prepped, I can get it prepped. Plus, I have a book, and it's not like I can't just start rolling
And I guess
dice
I
on
was
my
thinking
desk.
too, if you guys want to
so-
keep going, especially because I think that like Mantis isn't gonna be here next week, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys want to keep going without me, I'm okay with that. You can be seeing Nizzo.
I have half an hour left before I have to go.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with going or stopping.
Pick where you
Well-
want to go, and let's see.
I think if
Yeah.
the alarm dies down after a reasonable amount of time, we'll just go back into Wrath. I don't see a reason
Okay.
not
Why
to.
don't we go check into Pride? Pride sounds
Okay.
like a fun place to go.
Illusion.
I was thinking Lust sounds pretty fun, but Pride is fine.
I hope that place
I
is
feel like-
horrifying.
Oh man. Yeah, like I guess we could do that.
Or Lust. Lust or Pride, either works.
Let's stick with Pride. That was the first choice.
You
won't
know, we should actually
muddy
go to the
waters.
one that Mantis, as a player, is least interested in.
Uh,
Now that I think about it, if you're gonna miss, like, 'cause you're gonna miss 3 weeks or so, right? 3 or 4 weeks. So that's kind of how we should do it,
Oh,
I
I
think,
see.
right?
It's reasonable.
We go-
Envy.
Which
I
one?
don't know.
Which one does nobody want to go to? I'm not really interested in gluttony.
Yeah, gluttony
Gluttony
is
sounds
also.
bad.
I don't
Gluttony
really
sounds-
want to go to gluttony though either. Like if I can avoid it, I feel like my character doesn't want to have anything to do with gluttony.
We don't want to go there at all. We just want to avoid that one entirely.
Yeah,
Uh, like if we can just
it's
find enough
necromancy.
information, if we can just find enough information to just not go there.
Yeah, maybe we can. Maybe we can't.
Yeah, I'm curious. I feel like we didn't run into anything in the greed side there about like how to
Like what to
activate
do?
the. Yeah, like what to do here. Like how to. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure using the rune forge is like one of the key things we're gonna have to figure out how to do.
You still have the quill.
Probably.
Of course, it takes days, but Plus, there's
Yeah,
other
have we asked
methods to
anything
get
today?
info,
I think we
guess.
did.
You did.
We
in the
did.
morning,
Asked it.
Yeah.
We asked it about the
Yeah.
demon. There's also still that library in greed. We could evict the Silverman if we wanted to. Not that I suggest that we do that, but it is a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, if we if we end up coming down to it and not finding any information, like after scouring everywhere else, we'd probably do it then and probably be disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have any preferences on which way we go though. Otherwise,
Let's go this direction.
just pick one at random. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see where that goes.
Just the next one in the circle.
A strikingly handsome man adorned with a close-cropped beard and a charming expression. His form is dressed in extravagant clothes and wields a lucerne hammer.
Is this the pride one?
Is this pride?
You can guess that, yes.
Sounds like it.
Xandabul.
There's envy. Envy I'm not really keen on as well. Envy, pride, lust, greed, sloth, wrath. Anyway, okay. Let's do it. Mizo, if you'd like to
Making a
accompany me.
decision.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going
just have
over
to grab the
here.
phone. Be right
All
back.
right.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, you guys are choosing pride. Okay, so this one I do not have prepared. But yeah, and I don't have a map either.
Okay.
But let me just see if there's anything actually in this spot. Okay. And I can't let you actually proceed to the first area with description. So, we will have to halt here. This one's quite interesting. It'll be fun. You guys will like it.
Okay.
It's sad that Mantis is going to miss it, but it might be easier for me to manage. Perhaps. I don't know.
If you don't mind running the tentacle monster and cat.
Huh? No, I don't mind that. So...
Especially since you made Mantis fix his character sheets, right?
Yeah, that too.
Sort of. I still don't have a bunch of spell descriptions in there, but yep.
Okay, just give me 1 second thought here. Let me change this. I don't know if this is gonna do it. Shoot, I'm shy. Okay, you guys are gonna level up as well.
What?
Oh, okay.
We're gonna level up?
Yep, you're gonna be level 14.
Like, just by going into that room?
No, from all the things you did today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But we're so far behind on experience.
I'm working
I'm cool with
on
that.
awarding it still.
I don't know how much we did, but hooray.